eclipse morning, celebrating with bacon, because bacon and eclipses, they go together. And this is it. The big event is about an hour away, right? 1 o'clock?
The beginning of it?
Yeah, the beginning of it. And I don't think the Vogel State Park is ever this crowded. We're about 10 minutes before the beginning of the eclipse, and we walked around the park a little bit and it was very crowded. We decided to come back to the site for a while. You can see the ground is sunny, which means that we've got a pretty good view of the sun from here. We're surrounded by trees though, so we won't get much sky. So when it gets closer to totality, I think we'll walk down to the field and see how that goes. But it's nice to have home base like right here, so we can always come back if we need to. The problem with having a solar eclipse in the summer in Georgia is that it's just too darn hot. So I'm looking forward to it dropping 20 degrees.
I hear it might not be 20 degrees.
20 degrees!
I don't know.
It better be 20 degrees. I'm getting my money's back. What do you see, Gus?
A little dent.
A little dent in the sun? What could be going on? During the eclipse, you're supposed to see some pretty cool shapes in the shadows. So I'm going to come back here in a little bit when it gets more closer to totality and see what these shadows are going to look like. Right now, doesn't look like much. Just looking at the sun, it doesn't look any different right now. But it's about halfway covered up with the moon. So that's the sun through the solar eclipse sunglasses. Still can't really tell what's going on unless you're really here. It looks like a crescent moon, but it's the sun. Whoa.
Okay.
Now take a picture of the sun.
Like, you're not allowed to take a picture of the sun.
The police will come and arrest you.
Yeah, it's like, it will break your camera or your eyes.
Abe, can you tell me what you see?
It's
Who copyrighted it?
crescent. Everything was black except the sun crescent.
The sun was a crescent and everything else was black.
Why is the sun a crescent?
Because the moon was covering up everything else.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen next?
The moon will cover up even more.
Yeah, you think it's going to get dark outside?
Yeah. And then light it again. And then we'll have to make our glasses feel good.
Right, you can take the glasses off when it's all the way dark for just a minute, right? And look at it.
For a minute and a half, the sun will be covered up. So we're around about halfway to totality. And I don't know, I mean the shadows look kind of cool. I guess if you look at them, you can see some crescent shapes. Up there is where the eclipse is happening. It's really unfortunate about this giant cloud. But we're gonna go take a little walk and explore what's going on away from our site. And we've got a bunch of people hanging out. The clouds have moved on for now, and everyone's very excited about.
What are you playing?
We're not playing. We're playing shit. A few more minutes until the sun's all the way covered up.
The sun is almost completely covered up, but in the camera, it still just looks like a spot.
Yeah.
Can't do this justice with my very cheap smartphone.
Don't.
Hard to imagine that in a few minutes we'll be able to look up and see stars. We'll see.
How long ago did they have the eclipse, like in Oregon or Washington?
I don't know. The tiniest little sliver of sun is left.
It looks like it's evening, but it's definitely
I
morning.
know, right? Okay. Well, fascinating.
It's a tiny.
Right. Remember, don't look at it. Yeah. Careful. Leave your glasses on, honey. Leave your glasses on and watch it. Look at that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You don't have to have them on yet. You can leave them off for a little bit. No, you don't have to wear them to look right now. You can look at it without your glasses.
The camera doesn't make it look like anything.
I know.
The camera makes it look like a spot.
Look at them without. Hold on.
Like a very bright star or something. But wow, it's so cool.
Oh yeah, you get to see stars. Look. Star there. Star there. Yeah.
Yeah, some stars are starting to come out.
That's. Yep.
Wow.
Here, yours are a little twisted. I'm just
That
gonna
was
untwist
really
them for you.
weird.
There you go. Good job, babe. Very safety conscious.
Now it's a crescent now.
Tiny crescent now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't walk with them on, hun. It's just so crazy. So the eclipse is still ending, but totality happened about half an hour ago. People are starting to clear out. We're gonna go for a walk around the lake. Even when there's not an eclipse, Vogel State Park is a nice place to go.
When?
So it's Monday evening after the eclipse, and we're gonna be cooking some chicken on the grill. We've got the site reserved for one more night, but gotta get back to the daily grind tomorrow, so we're gonna head on home after dinner and get home around, hopefully before 9 o'clock. Eclipse was incredible. you gotta see an eclipse. You gotta make sure you see one before it's too late. They're just, words can't do it justice. My video doesn't come close to doing it justice. It's something you have to see in real life, and you will be amazed. So yeah, I think April of 2024, it's gonna pass through some of the U.S. then. We're definitely making plans for that one. And we got about 1.5 minutes of totality here. And I was thinking, what's the difference? You know, we could have traveled farther to get an extra minute of totality. But by far, that is the best part. And you don't want to miss that. So the more seconds of totality you can get, the better. So yeah, 2024, we're maxing it out. Maybe Arkansas? Maybe? Who knows?
Oh, look at. So we didn't hit any traffic yesterday getting to
Make a
the
U-turn at Milholland
Eclipse.
Road, then turn right onto Milholland Road.
But the way back is not looking so good. Siri is telling us to make a U-turn and go through like some tiny mountain towns, but we're not doing that. Those people are, because they're not pulling a trailer. But we are. So we don't know when we're gonna get home, but the eclipse was really cool. So what, 2 hours after my last video of the traffic?
More than 2 hours after your last video. Almost 3 hours since we left.
Almost 3 hours since we left. It should be about a 2-hour drive. So, and we're still not particularly close to home. Depending on how the traffic goes, we should be home in half an hour, 40 minutes. So that'll be almost a 4-hour drive to go about 100 miles.
And that's 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, so the traffic is not like this the whole way. It gets backed up anytime there's like a traffic light. It gets backed up for miles.
It's over.
There's not
After all
an
that-
interstate that takes us all the way home. So yeah, but still, Dave, we're saying worth it to go to the eclipse.
Yeah, it would have been nice if we could have
Nice
spent
if
the
we
night
could've
there.
stayed there, yeah.
And then left
Or
tomorrow.
spent the week there. So yeah, 2024, we're gonna plan like a week-long trip. Stay put somewhere for the eclipse for like 3 days.
Yeah, man.
That's our plan. We'll see how that works out.